Your mind knows, I'm safe, but your body believes something else. A sound, a tone of voice, a look. And suddenly, everything inside you tightens. Your heart races, your breath becomes shallow, you're vigilant without knowing why. You think you've moved past it, you've understood, maybe even forgiven. But your body, it's still keeping a score. And here's what most people get wrong about healing. Welcome to Psyche Inside. What you're about to learn is for educational purposes. If you're struggling with trauma or mental health concerns, please reach out to a qualified professional. But stick with me, because understanding this could change everything. Trauma isn't just what happened to you. It's also what didn't happen. The moment no one comforted you. The need for closeness that went unanswered. The pain you endured silently because no one wanted to see it. Canadian physician Gabor Maté puts it perfectly. Trauma is not what happens to you. It's what happens inside you as a result of what happens to you. Think about that for a second. It's not the event. It's the moment you felt helpless, alone, overwhelmed, and found no safe place to land. And here's the kicker. Your body stored that experience, not as a memory in your mind, but as a response pattern in your nervous system. That sudden tension when someone raises their voice, the urge to flee when things get intimate, the need to make yourself small. These aren't flaws. They're survival strategies your body learned to keep you safe. Your system figured out, this is how I survive. And when your nervous system never got to discharge that energy, it stayed trapped, a wave frozen beneath the surface. This is why trauma isn't weakness. It's proof your body worked exactly as designed. It protected you. The problem? It doesn't know the danger is over. You want closeness, but when it arrives, panic follows. You want to relax, but your body stays braced. You want to let go, but something inside grips tighter. These aren't character flaws. They're memories living in your cells. And healing? It doesn't mean forgetting. It means teaching your body that it's safe now, that you can hold what once overwhelmed you. But to understand how, we need to look at what's actually happening inside you when trauma takes hold. Here's what's happening in your body right now. While your mind sorts through memories like files in a cabinet, your body operates differently. It's a witness that records everything, every emotion, every tension, every moment of powerlessness. These aren't stored as thoughts. They're stored as sensations, as automatic responses. And they activate the instant something reminds you of that original feeling. Watch what happens when trauma strikes. Your body hijacks control in milliseconds. Ancient survival programs boot up, fight, flight, or freeze. You don't choose this. It's automatic. The amygdala, your brain's alarm system, screams danger. Adrenaline floods your system. Heart rate spikes. Muscles lock. Breath goes shallow. Your body is preparing to save your life. Normally, this stress would discharge. Through movement, crying, shaking, breathing, the energy would complete its cycle and release. But what if you couldn't do anything? What if you were trapped? That energy freezes inside you. It's called frozen activation. Your nervous system stays locked in alarm mode, waiting for a threat that's already gone. This is why small things set you off. A casual comment, a certain tone, a familiar smell. And suddenly your body reacts like it's life or death. You're not broken. You're not too sensitive. You're connected to a past your body never got to finish. Some people look fine on the outside. They function. They show up. But inside, exhausted, empty, numb, constantly braced for impact. Their nervous system never learned to come back down. But here's what changes everything. Your body isn't reacting against you. It's reacting for you. It's still trying to protect you from pain. What was necessary then just isn't helpful now. When you start noticing these signals without judgment, something shifts. A gap opens between trigger and reaction. You can think, oh, my body's remembering. And in that moment, you're no longer a victim of your reactions. You're a witness, an observer. Healing trauma isn't about erasing the past. It's about guiding your body out of the alarm state, one step at a time, until it understands, I'm safe now. I can relax. I can feel without freezing. But why can't you just decide to feel safe? Why doesn't willpower work? Let's talk about that. I should be over this by now. You probably told yourself this 100 times. You've understood what happened, reflected, maybe even forgiven. You've done the work. So why does a single sentence still knock you sideways? Why does one look transport you right back to that moment? Here's what no one tells you. Trauma doesn't live in your thoughts. It lives in your body. Your mind can understand an experience, categorize it, file it away. But your body, it forgets nothing. Trauma researcher Bessel van der Kolk wrote an entire book about this. The body keeps the score. His message is simple but profound. The body keeps the score. It remembers everything the mind tries to forget. Even when you think you've processed something, your body can react as if it never ended. Here's what happens in those triggering moments. Your body seizes control before your brain catches up. Survival mechanisms fire. The amygdala, your emotional alarm center, takes over completely. Heart racing, muscles tight, breath shallow. Everything preparing for danger. The part of your brain that thinks rationally, the prefrontal cortex, it goes offline. This isn't you being weak. This is biology. You can't think your way out of what your body learned through experience. This is why positive thinking doesn't work. Why affirmations feel hollow. Why telling yourself, I'm strong, changes nothing. Because as long as your body carries that stored tension, it will sometimes experience even good things as threats. Intimacy, rest, success. Your nervous system reads them as danger. You can't force yourself to feel safe when every cell is still screaming alarm. So what do? You don't override your body. You don't discipline it into submission. You regulate it. You show your body, not just tell it, that the danger is over. Through experiences, not explanations. Small moments of calm, presence, connection. Through breath, movement, grounding. Safe relationships where closeness doesn't hurt anymore. Every time you stay present in tension instead of fleeing, you're teaching your nervous system something new. I'm not helpless anymore. I have choices now. Healing isn't about being strong. It's about being gentle enough to feel safe again. You can't get over it when your nervous system is still in survival mode. But you can learn to calm it. Breath by breath, moment by moment. And that process? It doesn't happen in your mind. It happens in your body. You've read the books, analyzed your childhood, identified your patterns, and nothing changed. Here's why. Healing doesn't happen in your head. It happens in your body. Trauma is a physical memory stored in your nervous system, in your muscles, in your breath. And what's locked in the body must be released through the body. Healing begins when you stop trying to control yourself and start learning to feel yourself. Picture this. You're stressed. Your first thought? Pull it together. Stay calm. Function. But your heart doesn't listen. It races. Your muscles cramp. Your thoughts spiral. This isn't weakness. It's your nervous system saying, I'm overwhelmed. Or it's midnight. You're exhausted. But your body won't power down. You lie there, wired, while your mind begs for sleep. Your breath stays shallow. Your body scans for threats. This isn't insomnia. It's a nervous system that hasn't learned rest is safe. Or maybe it's an argument with your partner. You promised yourself you'd stay calm, but your pulse spikes. Your voice rises. Words fly out that you don't even mean. Later you wonder, Why did I react like that? Simple. Your body took over before your mind could catch up. None of this is a character flaw. It's your nervous system asking for regulation, not more control. Regulation isn't about managing your thoughts. It's about helping your body return to safety. Here's how. Start with your breath. Inhale slowly. Exhale even slower. That extended exhale sends a direct signal to your nervous system. Threat's over. I'm safe. One conscious breath can shift your entire state. Notice without fixing. Feel tension building? Don't fight it. Direct your attention there gently. Where is it? Your chest, shoulders, jaw? Just notice. Don't try to change it. Often, simply witnessing tension allows it to release. Move the energy. Walk, stretch, shake out your hands. Dance in your kitchen. Your body needs to discharge trapped energy. These small movements complete the stress cycle your body never got to finish. Ground yourself in now. Feel your feet on the floor. Press them down. Notice the surface beneath you. Breathe. Say to yourself, I'm here, right now, safe. This pulls your nervous system out of the past and anchors it in the present. Connect with safe people, an honest conversation, a hug, eye contact with someone you trust. This tells your body at a primal level, I'm not alone, I'm safe. Trauma researchers call this co-regulation, your nervous system borrowing calm from someone else's. This is based on somatic experiencing developed by Peter Levine. It shows that healing happens when you reactivate your body's natural capacity to regulate itself. Not through force, through feeling. Slowly, your nervous system learns it doesn't need constant vigilance anymore. It starts allowing rest. You react less automatically. Sleep comes easier. Your breath deepens. Healing isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's just quiet. It shows up in moments when you don't run away anymore, when you stay present even when it's hard, when you realize, I'm here, and it's safe to be here. But there's one more piece to understand about your body. Most people with trauma start believing their body is the enemy. The panic attacks, the tension, the pain, the fear. They think, my body is broken. It's failing me. But here's the truth you need to hear. Your body was never your enemy. It was always your ally. Everything it did, every tremor, every racing heart, every moment of freeze was an attempt to protect you. Your body didn't fail. It responded to situations that were too much, to emotions that had nowhere to go, to experiences you survived by locking them away in your cells because nowhere else was safe enough. Nothing about you is broken. Your body is doing exactly what it's designed to do. It's still protecting you, even from dangers that don't exist anymore. Healing doesn't mean controlling your body or whipping it into shape. Healing begins when you start listening to it again. When your heart races, it's not sabotaging you, it's warning you. When tension builds, that's not weakness. It's your system trying to handle something that feels unsafe. In those moments, pause. Ask yourself, what is my body trying to tell me right now? You stop fighting yourself. You start accompanying yourself with compassion instead of criticism, with curiosity instead of judgment. You learn to read your body's signals not as enemies, but as guides. Maybe you notice you're exhausted because you've been ignoring your limits for years. Maybe tension builds when you chase perfection. These aren't malfunctions. They're messages. Healing happens when you let your body be what it is, when you allow it to tremble, to breathe, to feel, when you move without needing a goal, when you stop seeing your body as a machine that must perform and start seeing it as the part of you that carried you this far. Your body is where healing truly lives, not in your thoughts, not in analysis, in sensations, in breath, in the quiet return to the present moment. When you feel safe, even though your heart is beating fast, when you notice you can feel without collapsing. That's when trust begins. The goal isn't to never get triggered again. The goal is to stay in your body when things get hard, to not abandon yourself when it matters most. Because there, in that presence, in that staying, lies real freedom. Healing isn't a war against yourself, it's a return to your body, to your feelings, to you. So here's what we want to know. What was your biggest takeaway from this? Drop it in the comments. And if you're ready to truly understand your inner world and finally make peace with yourself, subscribe to Psyche Inside. We're here to guide you back to yourself, one insight at a time. Because healing isn't a destination. It's a return to your body, to safety, to home. Remember, this content is educational. If you're struggling with trauma, PTSD, or mental health concerns, please reach out to a qualified mental health professional. Healing is possible and you don't have to do it alone. We love you.